Part of it is live theater and all the spectacle you expect from live theater. Part of it is gaming, like Jasmin was saying, genuinely playing D&D on stage. Part of it is improv. We never know exactly what's going to happen one night to the next. Every show is different.
Yep. And then part of it is the audience playing along with us, and they're part of the improvisational spark, but they give us names for NPCs, and also they just heckle us like we're doing stand up.
Nerd Reactor, roll out.
How's it going, guys?
Hi, John.
Pretty good. Hi, John.
Thanks for having us.
No, thanks for taking the time for doing this. And this year has been like a D&D year for me. First time being a dungeon master ever. I'm probably like on my and so what was that?
What'd you run?
Right now I am running a let's see. There's a starter kit, the Stranger Things starter kit that just came out. So I just added that. And then there's the other one. The name of it. It's based on the 80s, and it's the keep on the Borderlands.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Are you going to stick with DMing, or you want to go back to being a player?
I think because I'm doing both currently, so I enjoy both. And right now I'm DMing two different groups, and I'm a player in one group. So, yeah.
You're in it, man.
Yeah.
The thing is that you know that many people who can keep a consistent schedule.
Right. It's not consistent. It's once a month. So
that's consistent, man.
Yeah.
But you guys are consistent with the Dungeons and Dragons, a 20-sided tavern, because you're consistent with having a stage, having the set, having audiences, and touring all around. And I guess for those that wants to know more about this, how do you explain this show?
Right. We're doing a one shot. That's really the basics of it. And then people will see that there's bits and pieces that always stay the same, and then everything else changes around it.
Part of it is live theater and all the spectacle you expect from live theater. Part of it is gaming, like Jasmin was saying, genuinely playing D&D on stage. Part of it is improv. We never know exactly what's going to happen one night to the next. Every show is different.
Yep. And then part of it is the audience playing along with us, and they're part of the improvisational spark, but they give us names for NPCs, and also they just heckle us like we're doing stand up. And then they also have the Gamiotic software that we use to have them play along. So audiences are helping with the aid of their phone. Like, they play mini games to boost rolls, and they decide if we're going to go, left or right, or if we're going to punch a guy or kiss a guy. Like, that's all the audience.
And sometimes that includes really meaningful narrative story decisions.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll be at a juncture where a player is contemplating betraying their party.
Yeah.
And we'll turn it to the audience.
Yeah.
And they are often thirsty for blood, but
murder hobos.
Those are the most neck and neck ones.
They're thirsty for blood for the bad guys, but they typically want us to stick with the party and do the right thing for our friends. It's very sweet.
And if they've shipped a relationship that's happened really hard on stage, and then we get to a place where it's all right, you have to either let this person die or save the world. We'll leave that up to the audience. What do we want to do? And you will hear when the election results come up on stage, just wailing and gnashing of teeth. Either way, it's just really, it's great.
Our audiences are nothing if not thirsty.
Oh yeah. And
blood thirsty, juice box thirsty. Yeah.
It's such a crazy concept, because a regular D&D game session could be typically 4 hours or more. And this one, it's shorter. You're dealing with the audiences, and some of them might not know the rules. So it's how, how do you make it? It's still entertaining.
We teach the audience to play, and we've got it down to about 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It's important that anyone can come and see the show. You don't have to know anything about Dungeons and Dragons. We'll teach you the basics at the beginning.
Yeah.
And as we go through whatever various mechanics, roles, we're always kind of talking through what we're doing, and I think the name of the game is streamlining the rule set. We're trying to simplify it. We acknowledge that it is a stage show. a 2-hour stage show. And so when in doubt, rule of cool. When in doubt, we're going to do the thing that's the most dramatically or theatrically interesting, even if it means we sort of cut out some of the crunch of a really complicated series of rolls and buffs and reactions and all that stuff.
We have boiled it down to high number good, low number bad.
Yeah. High number good, low number interesting.
Yeah, narrative.
Yes. So I was wondering, okay, let's say the crunchiness of D&D, and let's say the show. How do you go about, like, I don't know if it's like you already have a preset rule on if this is the case, let's not do that, or you try to think of it on the spot, like, we'll just toss this and we'll focus on this.
I feel like a good example of getting rid of some of the crunchiness is we do in the show format 2 rounds, 2 different combats that occur. And instead of doing rounds and rounds and rounds of combat, we do everyone gets a turn, and whoever did more successes over losses, like whoever did well, like there'll be 3 on one side and 2 on the other. The one with 3 successes wins. And so we just like make it very simple in that way so we can expedite the process. So like the D&D fans get a little bit of combat, but people who don't know anything about it and don't know the move sets can still enjoy it.
Oh, that's a great idea, because imagine a show, 2-hour show, the whole time you're just fighting in combat. It's like there's
We would never get. We wouldn't get out of it.
Combat. Yeah.
Also, like we have to stop ourselves because we start having fun in the like combat tutorial, and like at the beginning of this, like we got a timer on the stage.
Yeah.
You got X amount of time, and that's it.
So by far, as a dungeon master of this show, by far the hardest part of the job is keeping it in on time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you? Okay, as a dungeon master for you in this, do you have a watch you just keep track of, or is there a clock
timer
in the back
on stage?
Secondary dungeon master called our Tavern keeper. That's also almost entirely in charge of time.
Who's talking to stage management all the time, and like, I mean, not to really part the curtain too much, but like you can see us, like the Tavern keeper will look at the dungeon master all the time and be like, come on. we gotta get out of the scene, man. We gotta go. Like, and it's hard because you're having a blast, right? You're having so much fun in the whatever scene, or something. You're sitting back there laughing at your friends who are hysterical, just going like, I'll give them another minute.
I know I want to, but we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, and I want to ask, like, because you have the dungeon master, you have the assistant, and then the players. Is it 3 players, or is there more? 3. So why 3 instead of, let's say, the typical 4 or maybe more?
Well, the comedic rule of 3s helps. Like, it's built into, like, when you go, I can either do this or this or this. That third person is going to get a laugh most of the time. And I mean, timing, I think, is another one. Just like we can't have so many people on stage. There's only so much physical room on the stage for human beings. Also, if you see the show, we hurl our human bodies around on the stage, and like, we don't need another. Like, we found that like 5's enough.
Yeah, I think cleanliness is a big part of it. It's sort of the key word shared between everything that you just said.
Yeah.
That there's if you ever have go to see an improv show, there are some full group improv scenes that work brilliantly, but they are few and far between.
Yeah.
And being able to have each player have a through line for their own character, an arc that feels satisfying, is already tough to juggle with 3, an A, B, and a C.
Yeah.
And then trying to add more to that, such that we have the party's arc as well as everyone's, maybe it's a love story or revenge story, reuniting with your parents' story, trying to be able to tie up all of those loose ends together is a lot to juggle.
Oh, yeah. And I want to ask for each of you, what came first, D&D or just the love of performance, or maybe it's both?
Oh yeah, that's a toughie.
For me, performance came first. That's what I started doing as a kid, and I knew of D&D, but I don't know if I was missing the older sibling or the right group of friends, but it was not something that I found in middle school or high school, despite it being right up my alley, in the alley of my social group. I was, having LAN parties when the Halo games came out.
Yes, LAN parties with the Xbox, and you connect it.
Yeah, we bring the Xbox.
Yeah.
When Halo 2 came out, we were all like, all right, we're going to stay up until we beat it on Legendary. We did not even beat the first level. But anyway, But what I found doing the show is that actually I rely on my experience and my love of D&D much more than I rely on any sort of training or experience as a performer.
Wow.
When I'm on stage, the things that I call upon to ground myself are my knowledge of D&D. That the performing aspects feel secondary in a way because D&D is already so performative. And when you're sitting around a table with your friends with no cameras or no audience, you're still being very performative. You're playing at a very large scale. So in my head, I'm just playing D&D. And the acting part of it feels very tertiary.
I feel like my love of like acting and play acting with like my cousins and dressing up and all of that stuff was very, very early, as well as all of my nerdiness. I started doing community theater. I lettered in theater in high school, and like
What is letter?
Yeah.
I was in International Thespian Society.
Oh, me
and
too.
you
What was
only
my letter?
you only get a letter if you have 75 points, and you only get a ring if you get 100
I
at the
don't.
end.
I,
What
I
are-
probably,
And I'm
What's the
wearing
value system
right
of
now.
Damn.
Each thing
that-
you do is so one production, a full production, is like 3 points for the weekend. And like if you teched it, you get a point, like 1 point for a show. And so you have to accumulate points throughout the course of high school. And I lived at my community theater.
Wow.
So I lettered my ring.
I'm
But like
I'm gonna go back.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was there.
it was really fun. And so I've always been into it, and I was always a giant nerd, read a lot of manga, played a lot of video games. One of my early introductions to D&D was a D&D game that I was out for like PlayStation at the time. It must have been like PlayStation 2 or something. And like obviously you're not doing anything crazy with RP, but like I did know about it then, and I played a lot of Magic. And yeah, I just kind of all of that transitioned very easily into then being able to be a nerd actor, which is like a dream come true for me. Absolutely. So I'm very excited about all that.
As compared to
And-
just a nerd.
Yes. An acting nerd.
Yes.
And my favorite thing too is like I'm really lucky that the school that I chose to go to for acting and like the classes that I took was a huge emphasis on what they call moment to moment work, which I think is the thing that is the most important to me on stage, and I think is good for like playing at a table. Just like being able to listen and adapt is been the most useful thing for me.
Truly.
Nice. I mean, similar for me. I got into performing very, very young. I was doing like little theater and community theater and stuff. But like the nerd culture around me was like my secret thing. I played a lot of sports, and I lettered in football and lacrosse. And like I would be the guy on the back of the bus, like reading the Lord of the Rings on the way to the football game. And I caught a lot of crap for that, but I also enjoyed catching the crap for that. It was like,
Yeah.
and like, so I had a couple friends that I played Magic the Gathering with, and weirdly, I went to summer camp every summer, and I started playing D&D when I was 7. A counselor whose name was Stu Gladstone, which is the most hobbit-ass name of a real and it didn't occur to me until I started telling this story in interviews. I was like, oh my God, a halfling taught me how to play Dungeons and Dragons. He was incredible. And all I remember is the first session we were playing advanced D&D, and I was some human fighter, and we couldn't get through a door, and I fell down a well, and I died. That was my introduction to Dungeons and Dragons, which is very typical. But yeah, and then to your point, I went to college. I did a ton of clown work, a whole lot of mask work, which is the
Wow.
same, very similarly like, okay, boom, new character. And so I really, especially DMing, like the second that you have to put on the wig and go like, okay, I have 10 seconds to go. Who is this person? What does he want? What is it? How is he going to help the story? And then, what ridiculous accent is he going to have? But yeah,
Wigs
it's
and
all-
a ridiculous accent.
yeah,
That's a lot of wigs.
yeah. Load-bearing ridiculous accents for sure. And like I know we definitely all have sort of characters we default to.
Our
but
go-tos,
yeah. But for whatever, Connor's, there's a character called the Apprentice, and Connor's is very often sort of a vaguely Eastern European guy.
Yeah.
And my same character is kind of a, stoner. He's like, hey, dude. He's very Keanu Reevesy.
Yeah, but the clown thing, I hear clown school is tough. Is that true?
Yeah, like I I hate to throw David Landon under the bus. He was an incredible teacher and I love him, but we were doing a clown workshop one time and I had a board and I was trying to break a board with my head and like I had not done anything to it and I just kept swailing myself in the head with this board. And I remember when he was laughing. The teacher was like, "This is great." And I remember it turning, the room being like, I think, I think he's hurting himself. I think
Oh
this is
God.
bad. So like that's rough, but also like you would get up in front of a room and you weren't allowed to sit down until you made everybody laugh.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah, so hard. And like I remember watching people just start crying. Like, and it's weird. Lecoq and Gaulier and French Clown is intense. I do not recommend it for anyone who does not want to be like sort of broken and rebuilt. But
So let's set the record straight for all you who think that med school is fun. For those of you who think that law school is fun, yeah, clown school is the real task.
There you go.
you want to
Dying
be
is easy, comedy is hard.
That is true. That is true.
a judge just wailing on themselves with a gavel, just like, yes, the law. Oh,
And
man.
I wanna go back. Okay, about the whole jock thing, and then you're sitting on the back of the bus, because I think I have like jock friends where later on I find out, man, they're nerdy as I am. I'm like, but they hide it. But then they later on in life they talk about like, oh yeah, I love Lord of the Rings, or I would do all the Matrix choreography. I'm like, it's just crazy how that
Yeah,
is.
they're all dancing with their friends on TikTok. Anyway,
Yeah.
like this is my soapbox is like if you can name the starting lineup from your favorite football team for the last 20 years, you're a nerd.
Yeah.
Like that's nerdy, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And
yeah, as long as you get into stuff. Yeah.
so special guests are featured in this show. And I was wondering if the LA portion has more of that special guest, or just because it's LA, or has it been a thing as you guys are traversing through the nation, or even like, let's say, yeah, or whatever New York does.
I think we've had a special guest join us for almost every stop on the tour.
Pretty
if I
much.
remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, nearly.
Yep. Yeah, we've had a lot, but LA is going to be chock-a-block
Oh
full.
yeah.
We're
Every
going to
week.
have 2 at a time, a couple times. There's going to be a whole lot of like special walk-on guests.
There's gonna be second act walk on guests like every single night.
Yeah, you're going to like
It's a party.
yeah,
gonna be a
it's
party.
going to be a
great.
party. And I very often tell people like you love the show and you came and saw it once and it was great. And then you come and see it again and you really realize how different it is the second time. And then that's when people get obsessed and start coming back and seeing it 4, 5, 6. I think we've got a couple people who are well into 50 shows, like repeat guests. And I think LA is going to be, every night's going to be something special and spectacular and that it won't ever happen again.
I think they're making special announcements on our Discord. So if people are interested in certain like voiceover artists and things, you can check out the Discord for the show. It's really exciting.
One of the things I love about working with these special guests is these are people who, you see just in your life, you watch them on D20 or you're playing video games that they're in, and you never quite know someone's path to, oh, hang on, pause everything, stop everything.
Pause everything.
Introductions, please.
Oh, this is Snow. She's yeah.
It's Snow. You look like you don't love being on camera.
But are also just used to it at this point. Well, this is the tax.
It's like, why? But she jumped on the table, so I'm gonna, yeah, she's.
That's
Alright.
fine.
Yeah, we love
Okay.
her.
Yes.
You never quite know someone's path getting to the level of stature that these special guests have, and then you work with them and immediately recognize, oh shit, you got to where you are because you are extremely good at this. You are a brilliant performer or D&D player or storyteller or strategist or something. And so it's been very, I don't know if humbling is the right word, but very
Certainly one of the
invigorating
words.
to realize like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that kind of brilliance does bear fruit, and you should be the titans of the industry that you are because you are that good.
And it's such an honor too that they want to come play the game with us.
Yes.
It's like
Come
so,
on, makes me
so
feel good.
Yeah, they roll in so hot and so excited. Also, they're all buddies, so they're all like telling each other like, "You gotta go. It's so much fun." You're gonna
Ah,
have a-"
yeah.
They roll in hot and ready to go, but like humbling and invigorating is really
Yeah.
like it's cool. Like, and they want to gas us up too. They're all so wonderful and down to earth,
Very
and they
sweet.
just
A good bunch.
the best.
Good eggs all around.
Yep, we like them. And then I was making Deborah Wild run around in a video game just this morning, and I was like,
Yes.
I get to see you soon, friend.
Oh yeah. And okay, speaking of Devra, Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know if you guys play that. And
yeah.
if you do, who do you romance?
Oh,
Carlac.
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 Although,
Halson.
I was gonna say Halson, but only
Halson
Halson
say too
in
much.
bear form.
Oh,
Not a Halson as a human, Halson as a bear.
yeah. Halson is a bear. All the I also
Yeah,
play.
at least if you didn't.
I also play only tiny people. So it's always funny when he's like, come here, come behind the tree with me, tiny gnome, and I'm like, that squirrel's all embarrassed. It's great.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Who's your go-to BG3 romancer?
It would be Shadowheart.
Okay.
And I had a chance to interview Devra, and she gave me crap for it because, yeah.
We have a lot of Shadowheart lovers in the cast. You're in good company with that.
Yeah.
My first playthrough, I'll have with you. My first playthrough, I played as Lazelle because I
Yeah.
didn't understand. Like I just did her, so I also didn't hear Deborah at all for the whole first playthrough. Yeah,
Huh.
no, Lazelle was all in my head, and I was
Yeah.
playing. It's like, and so I did a thing where it was like both of us. It was I romanced Shadowheart, and we both rejected our gods and came together, and yeah, it was that.
Screw the gods out there.
Yeah. Suck it, Char, you jerk.
And then, okay. I was wondering, let's say when a special guest comes in, because you mentioned like there's the 3 players. So how does that add to the chaos?
In a beautiful way. Every single guest has brought something so fun and interesting, and every single guest has like managed to make the show even bigger for us. Like we've tested the boundaries of what we think is allowed every time we get a new guest. It's so fun.
We've done the show with each other hundreds of times at this point, and even though they are completely new and completely different night to night, we come to learn each other very well and learned sort of what the vague boundaries of expectations might be. And then a guest comes in who doesn't have that shared background and just throw something wild in out of left field. And we're all like, oh,
Yeah.
you can do that?
Yeah, a new toy.
Felicia Day killed an NPC, and we were like, you can't do that. Wait, she's done it.
It's too late. Yeah, he's on fire.
What?
Is that why you now develop your love of killing NPCs?
Yeah, now I have a character that it's my cleric character, and every time I play him, I'm like, I kill everyone, but I have all the spells to bring him back, so I do immediately. So I'm just like,
You stuck a scimitar down the quest giver's throat the other night.
yes, and then I stabilized him.
And this is why we get back down, because like I was sitting behind watching that, and I was like, I can watch this forever. I don't care if we need to go to the next scene, because I've never been this happy.
So what is it like in terms of, let's say, guidelines for special guests? Because I don't know if you ever like worry, like, wonder how they're gonna pair with our personalities and this format, or you have like a system that you try to like cater to them as much as possible.
We hook them directly into the fire.
Yeah.
And then they must dance in the flames.
I think it's kind of one of those things where you can't ever prepare a person for a show like this. You can rehearse with them a few times, and then you just got to jump in. And so their willingness to jump in, we've always got them. We're always ready to catch anything. So like, it's been a really fun experience watching them get not only comfortable immediately, but just like be a part of the family immediately.
I think it's also important to note, for all of them, that our rehearsal process for the guest stars is so tight. They roll in on like a Monday.
2 days, maybe.
We rehearse like Monday a little bit. We walk through like, this is how the games work. Tuesday we do a stumble through. Wednesday they do a full tech, and then Thursday they're on stage. Like, it's just a couple days, and they all, again, to their credit, it's a lesson in professionalism too, because they come in so ready to go. They're so focused. They're so driven. They're so locked in, and it's a pleasure. And every time I just go, oh wow, that's how like a rock star does it. And this is incredible.
And I guess with each show, a different guest, and I was wondering, just this. I'm gonna pivot now. So for each of you, is there a thing that you bring in to this, either in general D&D stuff, like the stuff that you always need, like let's say dice or a set or anything like that, miniatures,
Oh, like good luck charms?
or any like as a D&D player, do you have anything that you just bring in wherever you go?
Oh,
Like
you mean like
physically?
forget
Yeah,
the show, our
physically,
lives.
yes, your lives anywhere, or even at the show. Like maybe you bring a bag of dice on the show. Yeah, maybe good luck charms. Yeah.
There was a period in my life when we were doing the show in New York where I made a lot of decisions, like far more decisions and far more consequential decisions than I should have, based on a roll of a d20 that I kept in my pocket. Danger. Do I continue this relationship? Should I call things off? That's right. Yeah, keep trying. Like what's the DC?
That's a-
even this going.
That's a Batman villain, dude.
All right, Two-Face. Yeah.
I didn't do it. So here we are. Two-Face was so binary. I mean, much
Anything.
more complex than you want.
So you want nuance. So what would be like? Okay, let's say I don't know. What was it? One example would be what?
Oh, like so a more pedestrian example would be. Do I want to go out tonight, or am I just going to stay at home? What's the DC that I have to beat? Like, I feel like my charisma modifier is a +1. If I can beat a 12, I'll go out. Roll 7. Thank God. On, get in the van.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing I keep mini dice on a keychain, like those little pill containers that people will use for actual medication. I have a mini set of dice in one that I
That's
just
cute.
carry around with me
Cute.
just in case.
Nice.
I have like I have we're lucky. You can see the weird little altar that I have that I've been bringing around with me on tour and adding to. So it's like when somebody gives me something, like I've just am sort of putting it all together, and we get a lot of like trinkets and dice. I have a little bag. It's just like a little dice bag, and anytime somebody gives me a bracelet, I put it on and I wear it that night, and then I take it off and it goes in the bag. And anytime somebody gives me a dice, it goes in the bag. And anytime somebody gives me a little like trinket or like we ended up doing a show about ducks for one night for whatever reason. And somebody just ran up and they're like, look, I brought this duck and I want you to have it. It's like a tiny little good luck duck. And so like it goes in the bag, and like a little Lego barbarian. And so like I set them all up. It's the first thing I do every time I get into a hotel room to like ground myself, is like I put up my little altar. And yeah, and like I have brought the good luck bag into essentially sage dice before on stage. Like I was like, all right, the blue dice have not been being nice to me, so I'll just shake my little nerd gree over it, and yeah.
Oh yeah. And I guess I want to ask like last question. Just after this touring, I don't know, like what's the future like for you guys that you want to do? Is this something that you want to continue, or you have like other projects you got planned?
Mom, come on, give me a minute.
I'm just gonna probably keep humming along in this like category. I do actual plays. I've been doing actual plays with friends and other podcasts and things for a while now, so I'm gonna probably keep that up and continue to try to build up towards a life where all I do is do the jobs that I do and then work cons, and that's my dream.
Sounds great. Yeah, more actual play for me, I think, in the future as well. But like, I don't know, I've been working on a one-man Beowulf rock musical.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'm gonna try and put that together. Like, I'm working on putting that up for at least a little while next July, and like, that's I love the idea of this show, the like immersive sort of interactivity of it. I did stand up for a lot of years, and I love that relationship with an audience. I love it be the fourth wall not being there. But stand up is very lonely because it's just you, and very often just a stool, and you have to figure that out. But I like the idea of sort of taking this idea of the show and moving it into like combining it with the many garage bands that I have been in my life, and sort of trying to like see if I can get an interactive rock show going on. So that's my pet project.
Cool.
What about you?
Who knows, man? I'm gonna have to Yeah, you're not going to be able to keep me away from this nerdy performance sphere. That's my bullseye. That's where I like to live. What exactly that's going to look like next summer when the tour ends, we'll see.
All right, and I guess with
like you offering jobs, what's up?
Come July, we'll be looking.
Nerd Reactor need actual players. What's going on?
maybe I'll do a dice roll for whatever this means. Let's see. I'm gonna roll it right now. It's a 10. I don't know what that means. It's mixed.
We should probably polish up our resume.
But we passed our death save, so that's
there you go. Yeah, for sure. But it's a pleasure chatting with you y'all, and I can't wait to watch the show once it opens in LA. Yeah.
Thanks so much for having us on. Yeah, what a fun chat.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Doug.